I'm Aditi Lava and this is the South Asian News segment for the night. We have tonight an exciting, interesting lineup of stories covering all key aspects of Indian fusion influence in arts, fashion and music. Welcome to Vision of Asia. More on Indian Consulate's ongoing programs for more unity among South Asians on the show tonight. Remember that you can reach us on events at itvgo.com. Send us your views on political placement of South Asians this season and the issues that spark your attention. Also, we are reaching out to all our Hindu and Indian organizations and non-profits for sentiments and comments on upcoming Deepavali. Send us your greetings and videos and we will air it. With that, now time to begin tonight's episode. Let's take a look at the headlines. VMP Events and House of Chic presents Fashion Trunk Show 2019 in New Jersey. Indian Consulate hosts Baithak Homage to Gandhi in New York City. Shaam-E-Dhun musical concert at the Siddhi Vinayak temple in New Jersey. This and a lot more right after a show break. Stay with us on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be right back. Welcome back, I'm Aditi Lamba and this is Vision of Asia South Asian News segment, the Wednesday night edition. Starting the show, let's take a look at recently presented successful fashion trunk show by the VMP Events and House of Chic, exclusively bringing Indian fashion labels and designers for the first and ever thriving New Jersey market of Indian and Indian Americans. The fashion trunk show saw Bollywood and urban Indian fashion pioneers come and showcase their latest collections. This was an attempt to bring forth the fashion enthusiasts all updates on current Indian fashion, highlighting all there is to see and all the variety. We have had the chance to get some of the designers to do a dress me up session with us. Let's bring you some key insights tonight. We have Dev Arnir and Nupur Kanoi, a great insight on taking and keeping heritage alive. Let's take a look at some highlights. You are watching ITV Gold and I'm Aditi Lama with cameraman Raja Bhatti, and today we're at a beautiful fashion show produced by VMP Events, and right now I have an amazing designer with us here who not only has beautifully dressed me up but has also given us a great insight into fashion and so much more. You are joining us from Dev Arnil Designs and it's so great to have you here all the way from Calcutta. Tell me, what has been the biggest inspiration for you in terms of fashion and the authenticity that you bring in your styles?
Our inspiration comes truly from our travels, our reading, our seeing and experiencing what is happening around us at this point of time. So socio-political, economic situations, plus obviously the beautiful travels and writings and the poetries which we are brought up in Bengal. So all of that gets reflected in our collection and in its truest sense, and we bring it out in every possible way.
So we see lots of different colors. We
also
see
the draped sarees.
Wow.
The blouses are sculpted on mannequins, and then so easy, just pleated sarees like skirts, you put it on. And then one of our best sellers are always our tissue sarees. This is like worldwide favorite. Anywhere I go, I carry them, but they're very beautifully handcrafted. Just look at it, this goes transparent almost. So these are all hand embroidered, handcrafted and everything. And they're so delicate, they're like heirloom pieces. People like to invest in them.
A lot of interesting patterns and a mix of fabric I see. And
I was talking about couture techniques. See, delicately embroidered, each petal of the leaf then attached to the skirt, scattered all over. This has got different.
Wow, that is absolutely beautiful.
A crop top with, for the wedding, Sangeet, Mehendi, or just for one of your friends' wedding, why not?
And could you even mix and match some of your outfits? You would say that definitely, right?
We are having all separates here, so you can people just wear our blouses with some there of the solid georgette or chiffon sarees maybe, or this one would be a night party blouse, crop top. That's what you're wearing, right?
There's a lot of work here, everyone. If we can just take a look here too, I see sequins, I see a lot of obviously net, I see prints. I'm sure there's a lot of work that goes behind it. Talk to me about how you are making these clothes and all of the team that's incorporated into these designs and all of that. I'm sure you must be getting some really skilled craftsmen in India. I would love for you to give an insight on that.
So we employ directly under our company around more than 80 to 85 people. Plus indirectly there is another 70 people team to whom we outsource. So we get our fabrics woven. We get our fabrics woven in the textile belts in different parts of India. All of it, what you were saying, almost 80 to 90% are natural fibers, and 10% is always some sort of lycra mix or something. And now the karigars, what we call the people, the hand embroiderers. So we do large part of our production in-house, which is the hand embroidery, the machine embroideries. And then we give it out to the villages out there where there are groups of people working, and then they do the, when we get orders and stuff, we pass it on to them, and then, they deliver us the. So basically, the samplings happen in-house and the production happens outside.
There is so much love and so much vibrance in this section over here. A little bit about how it's been so far, coming here, and also a little bit about your label.
So, it's our first time in the United States, getting our label here and selling it myself. I've sent it with the House of Chic earlier, but it's the first time I'm here selling it myself, and I've had such an overwhelming response because, I thought that people were in a time warp, back in the States because they don't come to India so much and they don't really know what Indian fashion is all about. But, I'm pleasantly surprised because the kind of feedback that I'm getting on my clothes, the way I feel that women now, because of Instagram and because of Facebook and all of that, everybody knows about Indian fashion and how far it's grown and how far we've come in terms of styling, in terms of design, in terms of, just having fun with our clothes instead of being so traditional. Women ourselves today, being Indians, we are not so traditional ourselves, but yet we want to be in touch with our traditions, right? So that's what I've tried with this collection. It's called Crucero. And yes, so that's inspired from Spain. It means Spanish for cruise. And, you'd see all these. So I've used these colors, which, I sort of went through this town in Spain. It was called Marbella. And I had these beautiful bougainvillea, flowers exactly in these colors. So that's where this came from. And, it's got so it's easy for today's woman. It's got 2 buttons and a zip. And you slap it on, and the blouse has a zip too, so it's easy to wear. It takes literally less than a minute to wear it. Then our famous and the most key styles of our collections are these wrap dresses. You've seen Shilpa Shetty in it. You've seen Kareena Kapoor in it. Even all the stylists love to wear it. So it's one of our key silhouettes, and it's what's shot us into fame, I would say.
So, I see a lot of the designs, as I was even discussing with you, very bohemian in style, very earthy as well, but yet so chic. Give me a little insight.
Body types. Usually I don't really design keeping a very thin woman in mind, or, I would think that each and every woman has the capability and actually has it in her to look her best. So I really don't design for a thin girl or like that. So for me, I think sexy is when it's still showing enough but not that much, and it has to be sexy in a very covered up manner. So, as I said, contemporary yet keeping to our traditions. So that's what you see with this.
I'm definitely wearing one. We'll soon go into it too because I'm so excited. I'm feeling so free and spirited. Yes.
We call it the kaftan jumpsuit. It's inspired by the 70s silhouette. So you can see there are these kaftan sleeves and there's an obi belt. Wrap. I think it's a mix of what used to be and what it is.
Right.
Yes, it's not just, if you see our colors, it's not about dressing an Indian woman only. It's very global, it's very resort, it's something you can wear on a holiday, something you can wear to a party, like a a brunch or an event or a book reading. So, it's for a woman who is educated in fashion, who kind of keeps up to the trends and also knows what is going to look good on her, but I'm always surprising them with my styles.
Let's now take a look at the Indian Consulate in New York, which recently held another successful edition of its Baithak at its premises. Held on the occasion of paying homage to India's father of nation Mahatma Gandhi, the event produced a venue to popularize Indian classical music amongst the youth. The great concert saw Pandit Shubhendra Rao on sitar and Saskia Rao Dehas on Indian cello, accompanied by tabla on Aditya Kalyanpur. Commemorating the impact of Mahatma Gandhi's universal messages, the event saw many community leaders and officials honoring the great leader. Many spoke on the messages and finding Gandhi within ourselves and living a life of pure truth. Let's take a look at some highlights.
It's indeed a great honor to be here at the Indian Consulate, New York, to perform and to pay homage to Mahatma Gandhi. Music transcends every barrier, every caste, every creed, every language, and I think is one of the main unifying factors, just like Gandhiji was. His message to the world of ahimsa, of peace, I think is best exemplified through music. तो आज जब हम यहाँ पे हैं, हमारी जो श्रद्धांजलि रहेगी मेरे गुरु पंडित रविशंकर जी का एक रचना जिसका नाम है मोहन कौंस, और ये राग उन्होंने तब बनाए थे 1948 में, कुछ ही दिनों के बाद जब गांधी जी की मृत्यु हुआ था. So it is indeed a great honor for all of us to be here and to play for this wonderful audience here in New York.
And I feel very, very fortunate to be here today at the Consulate of India in New York with these two wonderful artists, Pandit Shubhendra Rao and Pandit Aditya Kalyanpur. And we're looking forward to pay homage to the great Mahatma Gandhi through our music.
I was telling them that the Consulate acoustics may not be the perfect. They're used to performing in very, very classy concert halls and event houses. But we are really delighted that they have agreed. But I think what binds us is our love for the Mahatma. And we are having a fantastic concert today, homage to the Mahatma. And we are also delighted that the Brooklyn Bureau President will come and speak before the concert on what Mahatma means to him.
Human beings are not the only body of living that experience the characteristics of feelings and emotions and all the trauma that's associated when you are detached from the source of your existence. Gandhi understood that. As we say in Brooklyn, Brooklyn is the New Delhi of America. We have such a large, rich Indian culture. And what we really wanted to say to the people today, as we acknowledge 150 years after we've lost Mahatma Gandhi, we wanted to send a message that although the physical body transforms, energy never dies. And it just reincarnates itself, and the energy and spirit of Gandhi is still among us, and so we must be Gandhi-like and live a universal peace, because we are all connected. Any harm to another living being is a harm to all of us, and that is the spirit we must live in. As we think and as we reflect on the life of Gandhi, that was something that we can use as the fuel as we move forward. We must live in the present and continue to aspire to reach our higher being.
Always very special to perform on Gandhiji's Jayanti and for the audience of New York. And I wish they all bless us, and through we are able to touch their hearts through our music. Thank you so much.
Time for another short break. Stay tuned on to Vision of Asia. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You are tuned into Vision of Asia, bringing you prime South Asian highlights from all across. This season, we are bringing to our viewers all local talent producing content here for our South Asian diaspora. South Asian performance arts is surely at its peak right now, with much context celebrating and applauding the essence and grace of the arts. In New Jersey, the Dhun musical group held its version of a musical concert with Siddhi Vinayak Temple of USA and the Indian Cultural and Community Center recently. Titled Shaam-E-Dhun, the event saw many singers present their best renditions, reflecting upon some of the greatest artists and Indian music. Remember to send us an email on events@itvgold.com if you are hosting a musical concert encouraging your community over here. Let's now take a look at some highlights coming in from Shaam-E-Dhun.
हमने philanthropist and physician, and the sole Indian American recipient of 3 of the most prestigious awards. The Pravasi Bharatiya Samman is an award constituted by the Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs to honor exemplary NRIs. Dr. Siddhi Parikh.
The Ellis Island Medal of Honor celebrates the richness and diversity of American life. 6 presidents, many senators, congressional representatives, and Nobel Prize winners are among the remarkable group of individuals who have received the Ellis Island Medal of Honor.
Padma Awards are India's highest civilian awards. The glittering ceremony was held at the Rashtrapati Bhavan in the presence of the President of India, Prime Minister, Vice President, and top dignitaries. The award was presented by President of India, Mrs. Pratibha Patil.
Sudhir M. Parikh, Samajik Karya.
Dr. Siddhi Parikh, internationally acclaimed physician, publisher, India advocate, and philanthropist. Dr. Siddhi Parikh not only preserved Indian culture and traditions on a foreign soil, but also helped strengthen relations between India and the United States with his established alliance on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. Dr. Parikh makes history, attaining the 3 highest honors in the United States and India. He has created a legacy in the community for his multitude of recognitions and lifetime of service.
And I want to be Modi for 3 minutes. आज हमने न्यू जर्सी के जाने माने सुप्रसिद्ध एलर्जी डॉक्टर, कम्युनिटी लीडर, a social worker, a successful businessman and an entrepreneur, पद्म श्री सुधीर भाई को आमंत्रित किया और यहाँ बुलाया.
Really, I thank you for inviting me here and be part of the Siddhi Vinayak program. Really, I'm very fortunate and very lucky that today is the first day of Navratra, and I have kind of opportunity to take the blessing of the Siddhi Vinayak. And for that, I should thank all of you. And as our PM Urfe Bankim Shah challenged me to help do something for this beautiful temple, so I told him before I came on the stage that Bankim Bhai, as you know, that as a part of the community service, I own 4 newspapers, including Gujarat Times, News India Times, Desi Talk, and so forth, and 24/7 oldest South Asian TV channel. So that platform, Bankim Bhai and Gupta Saab, वो आपका है, or whenever you want to use that platform to promote this temple, promote the temple's activity, or do any kind of or galvanize the community for the temple, please feel free. And you can always count on me, and I'm always with you, and give me the opportunity to serve the Siddhi Vinayak Bhagwan and get the blessing from the Bhagwan. Thank you. I always believe that only way to empower the second generation and bond our children to the Mother India as well as our culture, like Siddhi Vinayak temple or religious activities and spiritual activity, is through the music. Because all young generation understand the music. And so Rajiv, really what you are doing is a great work, and you can always count on me and for any support you need. And wish you all the best. Thank you.
खो गई खुशबू हवा में कुछ न रह गया मेरा जीवन
And that is all for tonight's show. Remember to send us your suggestions and get your voices and organizations in our show. Email us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on Facebook at itvgold. You can also now subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch many of our popular shows for free. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Vision of Asia and I am Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.